Hi everybody, this is to show the spreadsheet that I've pulled together for the SAP codes in Oxford Publish and to fill you in on what we've done with them in EduK and what you may like to do with them for South Africa. So the SAP codes are all along the bottom here. We have hierarchies at different numbers and then a whole suite of other fields. These in Oxford Publish are all within the SAP information screen here on at edition level. So edition, distribution, SAP information, they're all here. Helpfully, some are called different names. So where that is the case, I have put in brackets here on the spreadsheet tab what the actual name is in the front end of the system. What you will find is when you get into the reporting side of the system, it's called by the other name. So I've shortened it here, but those stand for hierarchy level, the management unit hierarchy levels. We are looking to get those renamed, but it needs to be a cross-divisional agreement to do that. So what you'll see that we've done in EduK are a number of different things. So I've copied all of the information out of the system. I have filtered that to exclude academic and ELT. I've left in OE ANZ and OE EduK. Feel free to take them out if you don't want to look at them. I just thought it would be interesting for you to see what we've got. And also in terms of the format of how OE EduK are using the system. So what you'll see here, I've highlighted as well in orange on all of the tabs, everything that has been loaded to the system for OE Orbis or OE South Africa. What you will see, for example, for the EduK descriptions, Anne-Marie Sullivan in our team has taken the Biblio code, or the SAP code, sorry, and put it in brackets at the bottom at the end of the description. And that means that when we get to the system, for example, on product hierarchy, this one falls into international. Users in our previous system were used to picking OX int, and that is what the data team need to know in order to load it to SAP correctly. So having it here in the description means it is pulled out on reports easier. You don't need two columns on reports. And it's also more visible in the front end. It wasn't possible to have a code as a separate field. So that's the way around that. So you may want to have some config done in order to, for example, for arts and culture, you might want to put the code in at the end of that. Again, that's stuff that we can get done if needed. What I would like to see is actions listed here. So if you want to have that happen, so you would write add code to the end as per EduK, for example. You could make that true for all of the OE Orbis and OE South Africa entries for here. So we've got hierarchy level 1, which is product hierarchy. Level 2 is profit center. I haven't grouped those. I should group them for you. Hold on. So you can see all of them in one place. So there's an EduK rogue one in there. So you can see them all together. And what I think we really need to know is whether we've managed to capture everything. I am not certain, having not been involved up to now, I'm not certain on where all of these values have come from and whether they're even in the right tab or the right field. So please, I need kind of some guidance on where they're supposed to be, but hopefully this all makes sense, and as you go through you'll see that it does. There was one which doesn't make sense to me, which is material group code. We use this, it's used in EduK as far as I'm aware to trigger to say whether this product is at draft PO stage or final PO stage, and it's kind of automatically triggered and set by the system. What we found in looking at the system is that we've had a number of material types listed within this material group code field. So in discussions with Anne-Marie and my team, we've worked out that these, so NLAGs, HOWAs, FERTs and ZPROs and ZDIGs, we would expect to be in a material type field. Having said that, we don't have a material type field in Oxford Publish yet. But if we did have it, it would need to be separate to the material group code. It's something that we don't have at the moment. Again, it would be great to have a discussion about whether this is needed, and if so, do we need a new field? And I'm happy to take that forward with the project, given some updates from you. The others, I think, are all fairly self-explanatory. One which we don't have any values for Oxford in South Africa for are pack types. So again, you might want to have a look and see if you want to use any of the OE pack types that are there already. And we also have sales status, which you have one sales status. I don't know whether that's correct or whether you need more. The other two tabs here are hierarchy level 4 and hierarchy level 6. Here you can see this. I haven't updated these two tabs from the spreadsheet that was done for EduK, and this is basically how we've used it in EduK. These two are duplicated in other places. So hierarchy level 4, the field for that is exactly the same as level, so this one. And then hierarchy level 6 is the same as media type, which is this one. So the updates that you give me for those, I will transpose into those two fields as well. There's no need to use those. I think they are extraneous fields that are not required, but we will keep them aligned so that anybody picking them up in reporting gets the right ones. So that is the upshot of our discussion this week on updating hierarchies. If you need any more information, please let me know. Thanks.